or is it? Did you have to rent it?
No, I got it on Amazon, I think.
Streaming for free?
But it was like streaming for free. So it was like a spy type kind of thing. It was like a sassy Mission Impossible.
Color me interested.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like I said, it's not. I don't think it's Guy Ritchie's finest work, but how is Cal out here already? That's amazing.
He's waiting, man.
Aw.
I think Cal was just waiting in the room since the last time we streamed.
He just leaves it up.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you? We don't have any Twitch drops enabled, so Matt's like, no.
They won't let me leave.
I'm stuck in this little box.
I did the only Twitch drops that I ever even attempted to take advantage of were No Man's Sky ones. And I would just tune into it on my phone and put my phone down and go do things and get drops.
I get all the Diablo 4 drops, but I did the exact same thing. I'd find somebody and just throw it on a different, minimize the window and get all my crap.
That's the way to do it. Free and easy.
That was my high school nickname.
Free and easy.
That's funny. That's funny.
I like it.
Yeah, there's No Man's Sky drops going on right now, by the way.
Yeah, man, I'm so tempted to get back into it again. I haven't touched it in, probably a year or more now. I got really big into it with a couple guys, actually here on Back Patio that I met through Almighty. We have a BPN planet with a couple of folks, like a paradise planet that one of the guys found. And but I'm easily 2 updates behind. But right now I'm playing Super Mario Sunshine again, and when I finish with that, I might just pick up No Man's Sky and just. The part of me wants to start over, but the story part to like unlock all the things is kind of tedious, and I'd rather not do it again if I don't have to.
Is it a beatable game? Is there an ending, or is it just forever? Just keep exploring.
I have not played it consistently enough to know for sure what the answer to that question is. I do know that like it's kind of like Minecraft, I would guess, where I'm sure that there is some end goal to the game, like reaching, I guess, the center of the universe or whatever. Or you could just, build cool castles and stuff. So it's kind of like, there's an Ender Dragon, but also you can build cool castles and stuff. So why wouldn't you do that?
It's like, what was that MMO, Jamie? I think you posted it the other day, where it was like, there's no combat or anything. It's just like fishing and hanging out.
Oh, Polya. And it's free.
Polya.
It's also free.
Is it good?
I have been playing it. Probably maybe a little bit more than I should have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's an MMO. That's how those work.
Yeah. That's why I avoid them.
But like you said, there's no combat. It's all gathering, and there's hunting. It's just crafting. There's house building. I think you can get a pet. I'm not sure yet. I haven't done there. There's fishing. Lots of fishing. I've done some fishing.
So Life
really,
2.0.
They just took all of the silly mini games that you end up playing in something like WoW for hours on end anyway, and just made that the game, right?
It just made that the game. Yeah, there's some interesting little things about the game. Like some people were cooking, and they said, "Does anyone want to cook?" And I was like, "I'll go cook." I mean, I can't really contribute anything because I don't have materials for this. It was called a celebration cake. And it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 steps, and you got 5 minutes to complete all 5 steps. And they're like you said, there's little mini games, right? Like you have to stir, you have to chop, you have to mix, you have to, bake in the oven for a certain amount of times. Hey, Necessary Evil's here. But the thing is, everyone can come and bring their ingredients, right, for their step. And then everyone gets the same amount at the end. Like if it's 3 cakes, all 6 people get 3 cakes, even though the ingredients make just the 3. So in reality, it makes 18 cakes. but everyone can then sell them for as much as they're worth, right? So I'm, having played for just a couple of hours, I go in and my job was to bake one layer of the 3-layer cake. And so my little icon popped up and it was a cake symbol, and I clicked F to put it in the oven, and then when it was done in 10 seconds, I took it out and someone else took it and put icing on it. And so that was it. And I got 3 cakes out of that. And I made 12,000 gold in, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes. So
is that a lot in that game?
It is when you had 200 to start with.
Oh, yeah. That's a good return on investment.
It was a great return. There was 20 minutes of time, and I didn't bring any ingredients to the party. So yeah,
that sounds
fun was
awful.
had by some.
What?
Everything you just said just sounds terrible. Like, I logged in and made a cake and gave it somebody, put icing on it. Now I have 12,000 gold. I'm like, why?
Man, there was on this BPN planet, when I was finally able to get through enough of the game to catch up with a guy in the BPN called Buster. He's Buster Knuckle Duster, because it's a nod to My Hero Vigilantes. And when we finally were able to connect, he was like, "Here's all this stuff that you can sell to basically be a millionaire right now. Like, here's this egg that'll turn into a sentient ship if you follow enough steps." And he just gave me all of this stuff. And then, I played for like a month and ghosted him, probably. We still chat, but I haven't been on that planet in I don't know how long.
I played Fallout, the actual RPG, like tabletop RPG. I guess it just came out about a month ago.
Ooh, the special system.
And it was probably the most fun I've had playing a new system ever. Like, there were 4 of us playing, and a buddy of mine, Mike Turner, was running it, and it was just kind of chaotic. Yeah, another mic. Chaotic, but like, it was just this dynamic. I don't want to go into the rules of it, but you have an AP pool. So, and this pool is used by the entire party, and you can use it to like take extra actions. But when you don't have any in the pool, you can give the DM a pool, so they can do extra crap. But it allows you, it's just this fluid moving thing. And I spent probably a good 4 hours racking my brain and writing things down, trying to figure out how to do that with inspiration, because it was so much fun. Just having this pure fluid is the only thing I can think of. Like the pool, because you was a maximum of 6, and you could use it down to 0, and blah blah blah, all this different stuff. It was a lot of fun. That's definitely going to be something on my every other weekend agenda coming up.
It sounds kind of like there's a Power Rangers board game that's really good, and there's a shared resource that refills, and anybody in the team can use it however they see fit. It's like cooperative, but it's a finite pool, like each turn.
Yeah.
So it sounds kind of similar to that. I like that.
Well, this pool is like, it's not just for combat; it's used for non-combat stuff too. So like, it's Fallout. So you find a house, you need to scrounge and try to find stuff. Well, you can use some of this pool to say, well, I wanted extra chances to find ammo, or blah, or blah, 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 whatever. It's basically DM manipulation, but the more you use it, the more they can like, all right, well, the DM's got 16 points. I'm pulling out a Megatron, and you're all dead. So you gotta it's like a little mini game of power and whatnot. Yeah, and while we were playing that, I downloaded 600 gigs worth of games on my Steam channel. Huh?
I was just going to say that
the Power Rangers game is the 2D20.
The mics are talking right over one another. It's fantastic. This is why there can only be one mic. You got to settle this. It's like Highlander style.
Yeah,
that's really why I'm pushing for this. That's really why I'm pushing for that May or April 2024 meetup secretly. We'll settle it then.
Was it a secret meetup? Because now the internet knows.
No, it was more of like I had secret ulterior motives to finally sharing space with Mike Prime.
Have you ever been to the States, Mike?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Twice, 3 times, maybe.
Yeah. You do travel
to
a
Disneyland.
Lot. Oh, all 3 times? Or
I travel for work. I'm going to Dubai next year.
Ooh.
Dubai. I almost went there. I went there before. I almost went there before the pandemic hit. I was going to go with a couple friends, which kind of glad the pandemic hit because I don't know how much fun I would have had. Now that hindsight, like I don't know what I was thinking, but anyway, that's neither here nor there.
I'll be back. I can hear everybody.
I'm still drooling a little bit. I had half my teeth ripped. Well, I had my wisdom teeth ripped out a week ago. And it's still, well, not a week ago, 6 days ago, but it's still kind of, I don't know.
Recovering.
You are cloaked in darkness, so drool away, my friend. We will not be able to see it. There's no light to catch the reflections or anything.
Yeah, I did that a couple of years ago, except I had two that were, I think my two lower ones were sideways completely. So I had to have them done at an oral surgeon. It was, fun.
Oh, I definitely went to the oral surgeon. The top two weren't even erupted. They were up in the gum. And the bottom tooth were so curved that they were on top of my molars behind them.
Oh.
I guess in front of them. And the top two, it's funny because the left one, the doc said that the roots had some involvement in my sinus. So, like, he was afraid it was going to crack some of the sinus bones, which are like eggshell thin anyway. But so I was thinking, like, these up here would be like the worst part. I haven't had a problem at all. It's these two gigantic gaping holes in my mouth on the bottom that causing all the problem.
They can only do two of mine at a time because they had to go in and break them up with like a little hammer and chisel and pull them out bit by bit.
It's not pleasant. Of course, I was under ketamine and Versed. Like, they could have cut my leg off and I wouldn't have known until the next day.
I was conscious and awake the whole time, both trips, and they gave me local anesthetic. And after the first one, I remember the doctor was like, well, it's not very often that we have a patient that's awake this whole time, so like, do you have any recommendations or concerns or whatever? And I just remember looking at him and saying, I would recommend that you get opaque suction tubes. And he's like, why is that? And I said, because when you asked me to close my mouth so that you can suck all that blood out of there, I'd rather not see it exiting my face in that volume.
God.
And he laughed. He was like, we might actually take that under consideration. I said, it doesn't bother me, but I just thought that it was a little disconcerting.
I got a friend to take me to mine because obviously you can't drive afterwards. When it was all said and done and they were waking me up, I just remember feeling just like jackhammered drunk. Like I was just drunk like 20 shots. I felt really just blah. And the two nurses who were this tall, tiny, and I remember actually saying when I stood up, I'm like, I looked at them and go, you two are very tiny. Because they were escorting me out to the car and they're like this big. I'm like, what are you gonna do if I fall? Like, call 911? I mean,
scatter.
Yeah.
Like a nice crash pad.
Take pictures.
Yeah.
Timber. Yeah. I mean,
but I was just tired. Like I was. Buddy drove me home. He kind of walked me to the door, make sure I didn't fall flat on the face in the concrete. And I just napped it out for the next couple hours. Wasn't so bad. I wouldn't want to do it again ever. Thankfully, I don't have to. But
never again.
Anyway,
all your wisdom has been extracted.
That was my bloody Tuesday.
I had 5 wisdom teeth instead of 4.
What? Quit bragging.
God, that's worse.
No wonder you're the cleric.
We're doing this now.
What?
In the Almighty podcast channel, we would just say that was your like totally inane quirk. You just had 5 wisdom teeth.
So wise.
Yeah, there's not else. Oh, that's very interesting about me. So that's what I use.
You say had, so you had them all taken out.
Yeah, and what's funny is my sister only had 3.
Oh, you got hers.
You stole
Yeah, I got her extra.
They're
Yeah,
joined at the mouth.
I guess so.
Separated at the molar at birth.
I need an adult.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's funny. Okay,
So
All
what
right,
did
I
happen
guess
last time?
D&D.
Because I missed it.
So you missed
You gave me my rope back. That was the most important bit, really.
most of it.
Yeah, most
I
of it.
didn't
That's true.
consent to this.
So pretty much last episode was the getting through the Starry Mirror puzzle, which surprisingly y'all did a lot better than I did, and I read the damn thing from the book. I don't think I would have figured that one out. So you guys went to the room, you figured out the puzzle, and you came out the other end, and you found Alec Turcival babbling in the corner of the repeating the number that got him through the puzzle, and insane for a bit, and then had some clarity and is talking to you. And I don't really remember what all you discussed specifically. Can anybody tell me what all he told you guys?
Mike Prime is the one that takes notes. So
Yeah,
I cannot.
I weren't here.
Put it this way: I just saw Jamie switch to Roll20, and I went, "Oh yeah, Roll20."
Oh, yeah,
That's where I'm at.
Keep that there.
I think I vaguely recall that he told us that he had been trapped in that room, and that the door that we are now able to walk through, should we so choose, was locked. And there was evidence around it that he had tried to get through it or
That's right.
break it open.
He had believed it was still closed and was kind of gone mad because he couldn't get out.
And he said he'd been down there for some number of days. And I don't remember much else outside of that, TBH.
It wasn't a whole lot more after that. I think maybe Farazan walked down the hallway that I've got opened up on the map. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and you said it was like super hot down here.
Very, very hot, very dry. You hear wind howling out down the hallway. You see a bright light down in the hallway. Not exactly sure what's going on. And
Is this Alec?
that's Alec.
Yeah, he's kitted out too. He's armed and armored and everything.
He is in
He
full
looks like-
paladin mode.
Tim the Toolman Taylor's neighbor. What was his name?
Wilson?
Wilson,
Wilson.
yeah.
Wilson.
Oh,
It looks
he's got
like
that-
Wilson staring up
Yep.
at me from the map.
He's got a portable fence with him. And that's kind of where we let off because I didn't want to go too far. We were missing Mike. Glad to have you back, by the way. And
With every bullet.
didn't want to push it too much further without a full complement of peeps available. So I'm going to move Farazan just for clarity's sake that he stepped. Didn't you step like 5 feet into the foot of the stairs and looked up, and that was about it? Like, you didn't
Yeah,
go much
yeah.
further.
Yeah, you just stepped through the doorway, basically.
Okay. And there you are. You're in the room. The door's open. Alec is up. He's on his feet. That lucidity kind of comes and goes. He's got his visor up, so you can every once in a while you see this wild eye look in his, wild eye in his eye, wild look in his eye. But he seems to be ready to rock and roll. And I believe somebody gave him a
Good berry.
good berry, and so he's well fed and watered. He's watered.
And just looking at the map here, we're in a 3 square by 3 square room.
Very small.
Door on the left, and there's something that looks. Oh, is that a 1?
Yeah, I
Okay.
couldn't find a map that was completely clear to everything. So you're in room number 1.
Okay, that's fine.
Uh,
That's fine. I was just like, what is that thing? It looks like a table, but it's on its side. Then I was like, oh, it's a 1.
Yeah,
Okay, never
there's a
mind.
I didn't
whole
get
lot of
that.
writing on this map that you can't see because the fog of war blocks it out. But
Yeah, it's
yeah,
fine.
that's one thing I guess I could have copied and pasted. I don't know. I didn't feel like it.
It's okay.
No,
It's
it's
okay.
fine.
You're forgiven.
It's a 1.
It's
Of how
Yeah.
many though? You do not know.
at least
A million.
2. So okay. I want to say. Shoot, I remember we'd asked him something. But we thought maybe we could go back through the mirror puzzle, but he said that there was no way of getting out. I
Yeah,
believe,
he
right?
ain't going that way again.
He
I
tried.
don't
he
think we
tried
can drag him that way.
Yeah, he was completely against it. He said he tried a couple of times and just had a couple of coming back using the same. He couldn't figure out
Theories.
any other way to go backwards. It could only ever bring him back here.
Right. Okay.
And you know what? Let's just do. I have flavor. I'll just give you all the
text.
flavor text one more
Flavor
time.
Flav.
It's been a couple of weeks. and Mike didn't get to hear it.
I mean, I could have watched the recording, but I did not.
Didn't want to spoil it for yourself. All right, let me get in here.
That and I forgot to publish it until just this morning. So
That's right. I've gotten in the habit every time I turn on Twitch, I just upload the last episode just to be sure that there's no more missings. All right,
and
this
I've gotten in the
room.
habit of not deleting them just in case I delete the last copy of something. So I think we have 3 copies of episode 96. This is
excellent.
session 97.
This is 97.
97.
A pentagonal 5-foot wide mirror is set into the wall of the square room. 12 7-foot tall clay urns stand against the walls to either side, and an iron door, its face covered with countless scratches and chips, blocks. It's open. An 8-foot tall archway in the wall opposite of the mirror. Not much to it. Just a room full of pots and a mirror and a door.
Did we check the pots?
Do we smash all the pots?
You did
Yeah.
not do anything.
Okay.
You didn't pull the Diablo and just start shooting things to get the gold out of it.
Barbie rubies and then their pots.
Exactly.
Alright.
Hey, listen.
Hey.
Farazan turns back in the room and says, "Should we check those before we leave?"
Spetro voices his concern that they were actually like chamber pots. He was in here for a few
Oh.
days.
Or like spittoons, maybe.
Ugh.
Right,
So
how-
I'm going to find out.
Spetro's just like,
Slime.
you may check them
Sounds like me
should
for
you so
last.
desire. And you know what? I'll even let you keep whatever you find.
Let's find another room we could maybe rest in first, just in case we have to evacuate this room after we do something nasty.
Okay.
So, did somebody say you're checking out the pot? Pots.
I'll
is it-
check out the
Nobody
pots.
said
Mention that?
Erzon was
I'll check
asking.
them.
He may have been thinking twice after Spetro voiced his concern. I don't want to play Jamie's character.
All right, so somebody's checking them out. It sounds like Alma, you're going.
Sure.
They're big
Fine.
pots.
Why not?
They look like they at one point were not canoptic jars as far as like holding like organs, but maybe used as to hold treasure. And as you guys are piddling around the room, checking out all these pots, closer inspection of the door into this room, the other side of it, right? So you've opened it up. Looks like this is probably a vault door. So you've entered a vault from the inside. Possibly a treasure room of distant past.
But no treasure.
No treasure. It's been picked over pretty cleanly.
Darn.
There's been a robbery.
The real treasure is the crazy friend we found along the way.
Okay.
All right, and so Farazan will lead since it is bright, and there's really no way to hide going up this stairway, right?
No, it's 5 feet wide. It is rough-hewn stone. Not like the previous place. This is kind of a different kind of architecture. It's not as well done, but it is definitely chiseled and whatnot.
Well, so is Farazan, so he's going to go upstairs just little by little, and he's going to listen what his Goliath ears hear.
Just the wind howling, and not like those two tubes. It's not like it's just a fast, hard wind.
It's a different kind of howling. Ah, woo!
Yeah, it's
Okay. All right. He's going to take the last step.
all right. We step up.
Werewolves
and
of Cauldron.
I'll bring up the rear. I'll keep an eye on Tercival, make sure he doesn't wander off or just get lost in general.
Okay, and he's
Just shut the door behind us and laugh maniacally.
It's
Yeah.
it's coming and going. He follows along though. He doesn't. So when you guys found Zenith, how he just kind of went after all that stuff happened. He's not quite that bad. Tercival's not. He'll look around and you can tell he's thinking about something, and it's a lot of different things in his mind. He's just going over things in his head over and over again. But he's actually following along, and if you talk to him, he's talking back. He's interacting with the party. Farazan, you step up to the landing, and what you see is a larger room, very similar to the small room you just saw. What, 25 by 25, and at the edge, directly across from you, is a broken area in the wall where sand has come in, and you can tell now that the heat and the wind is coming from out of that door, and it looks, either a beach or a desert or Mars. You're not sure exactly what's through that portal or hole. I want to call it portal.
Okay. Quick look around. Anything dangerous? Anything abnormal other than it's ridiculously hot and there's a
Everything.
yeah.
4 pillars support the ceiling of the square room. Along one wall, an arcade allows access to the outside. Its opening particularly choked by sand. The sand is spread into the room, covering half the floor. Human skeleton juts out of the heap of the sand in the middle of the room, an iron pickaxe lying on the ground near its outstretched arm.
Just want to
Otherwise,
check.
you don't see anything else.
I prod Tersiful like, dude, come on, the line is moving.
And that too, you don't see it.
Right. There's some strange writing on the floor. Someone get up here. Yeah.
Hieroglyphics from an age yawn further past.
It looks like it says sand.
No, the two.
What could it mean?
Whatever could happen.
Jarathia would just like to cover his mouth a little bit, just so he doesn't inhale a bunch of sand.
Okay, cover your mouth up. It's not blowing in.
Yeah.
It looks like it's blowing alongside rather than directly in the hole. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's just wildly cautious.
Yep.
Speaking of wildly cautious, Farazan's gonna take the staff and just kind of slide the pickaxe away from the skeleton.
All right.
Is it
Kicking
in?
the gun away from the perp.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
he's gonna take some chalk and outline around around the thing.
Come back in 10 minutes, slightly outside the chalk. What?
just like a quarter inch.
Yeah.
It's the sand wind.
Is the pickaxe look like it's worth anything? Is it still usable?
No, it looks ancient. It's rusted. The wood's rotting. You kick it over, and the haft just kind of disintegrates.
Okay. No symbols, etchings, like that on it. Okay. Is the skeleton any armor, gear, clothes? Nope.
Nope. And by the looks of it, the skeleton has been here a long time.
So it looks like whoever this is, they broke open this chamber from the outside and then died.
Is there any space above the sand where we can see light coming in through? You said that it was pretty bright over here.
Yeah, you can look out through the hole and you see what looks like a desert, a dune, a beach, or, I'm saying, you can't see, it goes immediately up. So when you leave through that hole, you're going immediately up. So you can't see anything except for just this declining ramp of
Sure.
sand. And you hear the wind, feel the heat.
Yeah, I am we. It's one of my things. So if I can fit through the hole, then
It's not clogging it. It's maybe halfway. All of you can get through without a problem.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like completely obscuring the hole. It's just the sand has spilled in, been blown in over time with the wind, and it's scattered and covered. And, oh God,
Matt, is this
Now you're
is this
describing
like
your
a,
wild
I know.
house.
I know. I
We just-
started
I just
there
got
and I had to-
hungry.
I had to keep going.
All right, Waffle House around after
Go
stream.
old now.
Verzon's going to take the staff and just start kind of pushing the sand away from the skeleton's feet.
Okay.
And just just check and see if there's anything else under there.
No, you clear the sand away while Spectros looks up. Spectro's looking up and out. You're sitting there cleaning the sand off. You uncover the skeleton. It wasn't even maybe covered up to mid shin. It's just
Oh, okay.
and there doesn't seem to be any kind of violence, like broken bones or tooth marks on the bones or anything. This is just a humanoid-sized skeleton.
He just has the 2 arms, yeah?
Yep.
So did the slaves on the tablet, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yes, but those were
Awesome. I
ogres.
looked at it.
You determined that those were ogres on the tablet.
Oh, that were
This could be a little logo. We don't know.
Spectro will he'll go ahead and flit on through that that opening space and see what he can see. I'm assuming that it leads to an exterior. Like it's not another room. Goes straight
It goes
outside.
out. That's yeah, and you walk up to the edge, you look up, and you can see the sand. It doesn't go up very far, maybe 20, 30 feet, gentle incline. It is a rocky outcrop on the sides, so you feel like you're in some sort of mountain or hill or something like that. And you can see now that you're looking outside that the sand does crest, and you can see bright sunlight outside.
So it's a brightly lit kind of hallway of sorts, and I can see the full extent of it.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even call it a hallway. Let me just open it wide open for you. It's just mountainous looking terrain.
Okay. I mean, he'll shout back, "Hey, looks like there's a clearing up ahead. I can straight up see the sun in the sky. So if we want to mosey on forward, I'll flip back to the rear, keep an eye on Sir Tercival."
That was right-handed. That's pretty good.
I'll have a look.
Yeah, Farazan's going to step up to the opening.
Okay. You guys step up. Tarathiel, you've moved out. You go to the crest of the sand. I mean, to the top.
Yeah.
You
I can
get to the
see
top.
that Alma should come up here.
Okay, coming.
You get to the top and you look around, and you're not actually in a mountain. You're in probably just some craggy, rocky terrain under the sand. And looking around in every direction, and you're kind of higher up than the rest of the dunes. You look around in every direction, and as far as the eye can see, it is desert.
Ah, crud. How much water do we have?
Good question.
I mean, good berries satisfies thirst too, right? I've got that spell.
Yeah, with good berry, you can cast it daily. With 10 berries, you're fine indefinitely for food and water.
Yeah, and I have 9 because I gave Tercival 1. So he's good for a day.
And yeah, did you use the pouch that was given to you, or did you cast it?
Do I have
That's
a
my
pouch for
question.
good berries?
No, they gave it in Red Gorge. They gave us a pouch. I don't remember
Oh.
if it does it refill.
It basically casts good berry on itself once a day.
Oh, well, if that's true, I mean, I have that I cast it, but if we want to say that we use the couch or the pouch rather, I'll take that spell slot back.
That's fine. I'll let you do that because you knew you had it, and it was given to you for ideally for travel through the desert. But
It's like
I
they
gave my
knew.
hat to Elf.
They knew all along.
So this is a
and that arrow is pointing to the skeleton. If nobody noticed.
I didn't see a thing. So this is. Are we basically kind of on like a hillside? Skeleton.
just to let you know. There's writing on the map.
Yeah.
Whoa!
That explains
For those of you listening, there's a giant white arrow that covers 2 squares that was just coming in from the fog of war, and Matt just revealed the word skeleton that is at the other
Yes.
end of that arrow pointing at the
Do
skeleton.
you
on the floor.
remember the Mitch Hedberg joke that it would suck to be killed by an arrow because the detectives would be like, "Hey, here's this dead guy. Let's go that way."
Oh, Mitch.
I miss him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bad.
How do you?
It's wildly ridiculous that the room description says there's sand coming through the hole, and then it's labeled sand, and then there's a body. half buried in the sand, and there's an arrow pointing to it saying, "This is the skeleton." I'm like, "There's one
There's
skeleton.
nothing else in the room.
There's nothing else here."
And that's not even
Oh,
half of what's
I thought it was
actually
one of
written.
them columns.
All right, let me show you this.
Oh boy.
Mirror.
Mirror.
Yes,
I mean, it's very descriptive.
I just want to make sure you know.
more of this. They're really painting a word picture on their visual map.
Up.
It's better with every reveal. What else are you withholding?
Keep doing this. Keep doing it.
Okay, here we go. It's not the whole map on there, but 1 square equals 5 feet. Now I can't show you the rest.
5 feet.
It's secretal stuff.
Secret little stuff.
Yeah.
So.
No, wait, no, it's not. Here.
Oh, wait.
1 square equals 5 iron.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. In the desert,
It's become a golf
with
game.
sand, a skeleton, and up, there was a mirror.
Fetch my 5 iron.
Oh, jeez.
boy.
If we turn around and look back, is this like some kind of small mountain hill deal? What are we standing in? What are we coming
It
out
looks like this is just a larger dune hill. Like it was completely covered with sand, and somebody had carved this out of the rock that was down in this rocky rocky knoll, and somebody from the outside had discovered it and dug down into this area, and you think that you've seen the remains of that person with their pickaxe. They had nothing else to find, probably died from exposure.
of? Where are we?
Alma, you figured all that out. You're very perceptive.
She's like our own. She's like a human periscope. Just
Man,
up Alma. Just
What-
throw her
what-
out there and see what she sees.
No,
what's your passive investigation?
stop it.
My passive investigation is 16.
Or perception? Sorry.
My perception's 23.
Yeah, passive.
My-
So
My,
Yeah.
just
my
like
passive investigation is 20.
I sense everything. Yours is 20. Yeah, so you
But
got
my investigation and my passive perception is 19. So I'm a little bit behind Elma.
your investigation though. So Alma, you're noticing all this stuff, pointing things out, and Tarathiel's like, well, he probably just got a map, found this place, dug his way in, and decided to die because he didn't have food or water.
But hang on, I'm having one of those headaches with pictures. If he made it here, or they made it here from somewhere, then we can make it back to wherever they're from. And hopefully, there's more food and water where they're from than where they arrived.
Right.
But we don't know what mode of transportation they used to get here. They may have used magical means, or they may have used some sort of beast of burden.
Yeah, maybe we'll find a camel skeleton when we get out of this place.
We should.
Well, that would help because we would at least know what direction they came from before they died.
Were there any markings on the sand room? Any on the wall? You said there was the arcade against the western wall, but
That's
along the north.
Hole through the.
Yeah, but were there any markings on the northern or southern walls?
Mm-mm. This room's actually pretty barren.
Let's go.
It's just got the 4 pillars, obviously holding the roof up.
Let's go see what the desert has in store for us.
I'm in.
We ascend.
All right, you're
There's always
all
room for desert.
5 standing at the top of the way into this little place, and you are, literally as far as anybody can see, you see nothing but desert. So you're thinking you're probably one of the highest points in this area, and you don't see anything for 100 miles in any direction. If you don't see that far, I don't know, declination of the earth, I don't know, but a long, long way. You don't see anything but sand in any direction. And it's hot, like ugly, stupid hot, like East Tennessee right now hot.
How much further to the top of this dune is it from the entrance of the cave? Or
Not far.
entrance?
Maybe another. So to the top of the ceiling of that room, and then
Mhm.
probably a few feet of sand on top of it. So you'd have to walk around the entrance and step up. That's kind of where I assumed you all went, to the very
Yeah.
highest point.
Yeah.
You're probably, if you use the floor of that second room as a basis, you're probably about 40 feet from the floor, and the
Okay.
room's 30 feet tall. So does that make sense?
Yes. So
Did that answer your
Fair-
question?
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Cool.
so we're close. Okay. So Farazan is going to start casting actually, and I can actually use this spell for once. Mold Earth.
Okay.
And he's going to just start like pushing the sand away from, like clearing the top of that dune, basically.
Okay. So it doesn't take very long because you can
Yeah.
do like what, 5 square feet per
Yeah.
casting. So every
Yeah,
6
five.
seconds.
Yeah, 5.
You don't get that far before you hit just rough rock.
Okay.
It's not like you're not looking at the top of a nice building.
Okay.
Is that what? Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to uncover the top of this enough to see. Oh, this is a natural formation that rocks.
Something's being dug into.
Okay.
Spectra would maybe try something. Feeling completely lost, he's got a couple of things that he could try. One of them is primeval awareness, and this might bring back nothing, but it's one of the only tools that he's got in his bag in this particular situation.
What is it?
Primeval awareness. So as an action, I can expend 1 ranger spell slot to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile.
Cool.
Jeez.
And 1 mile.
That's
And so-
handy.
Whoa.
And so that might give us a direction to maybe orient ourselves. It,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't reveal the creatures' location or number, but I kind of get like a sense of them. So maybe that's not going to work the way that I was thinking that it might. It just will be a yes or no.
Yeah. If there's something within a mile that fits that description, so what is that? That's kind of neat.
Primeval awareness. It's a part of my ranger stuff.
Is it Doomstalker?
Maybe it well could be. It's from the PHB, so I don't think so. I think it's just part of the straight up
I think it's just
ranger.
part of Ranger because I think that's what Vex uses to detect dragons in Critical Role.
Okay.
Gasp.
Yeah.
So then all I would really be able to tell, according to Raw, is that within a mile, one of those things is present. It wouldn't tell me because it said it doesn't reveal the location or number, it wouldn't even orient us, but at least it might give us a little bit of hope, maybe?
Gotcha. No. Nothing that you would detect is it within that range.
Okay. The only other thing I could do is roll survival to try to get some sort of orientation otherwise, like with the sun or some such.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a roll.
All right. 23.
23. So if you will look at the map,
I won't do it.
that'll give you an idea.
Wes?
Wes's,
He's here?
Wes's house is that way.
Left is west.
We're in
Okay.
Florida.
23. Obviously, there's no tracks. The desert has blown sand and covered anything that may have been, at least within the last hour or two. Anything beyond that would be just undetectable.
Yeah. Well, the good
Um,
news is if you can determine one cardinal direction, you know them all. So
Yep.
if we
Uh,
decided we wanted to move in some direction, I would be able to point us accurately in it.
And
What
you-
if
you
we're
let everybody know
upside
that
down?
left is
Um,
west. That's a good roll. So you
Survive.
you are you survive. You
Yes.
are in based on the color of the sand and declination of the earth and yada yada, 23 survival. That's just really, really good. Of course, I got to pair that with, if you've never been there or heard of it, would you actually know?
Right. That's totally DM discretion because I'm looking
Yeah.
at this nothings, and I've just spent the last several years of my life under the earth, not surveying the top.
That
of
too. I was thinking about that too. Your survival will be mostly subterranean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even with the 23, which is an outstanding roll, definitely to the west, there are absolutely no other tracks. It's midday, and you're probably definitely like in the hotter north to south region of the planet. That's all. I mean, that's pretty much it. So if you know anything about Orith, you can kind of figure out where you are. But and that being said, why wouldn't you? So you are in the largest desert known in Orith, and it's the desert that's far west of the Hell Peak Mountains,
Hell
Okay.
Furnace.
Hell Furnace Mountains,
So if I discern,
and which would be to your east. The mountains would be to your east.
okay, how far does that place us from where we were when we went into the space that had the first mirror? Then, like, are we like,
750 miles.
dang? I
Give,
report
give
that.
and take.
We're not in Kansas anymore, my friends.
Let
Give
me
or
check
take.
my walking speed. Yeah, no.
And what
Can't-
you know of this desert, which Matt just can't remember the name of the desert, but there's nothing out here. It's just a barren. There's not even tribes. You know, you'll see red scorpions maybe occasionally, but there's just nothing out here. It's a barren wasteland. And you also know that the barren wasteland was an occurrence that happened many, many years ago when there was like cataclysm on the planet. This used to be nice and lush, just like where you were, blah, 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 blah. So a little history of Orith. This used to be a nicer area. And it's just after that cataclysmic event, it just turned into a wasteland.
Well,
So I
anybody
think
got any ideas?
at a flat run, it will
can
take Tarathiel 44,000 rounds to get home.
Can I cast detect magic as a ritual?
Absolutely.
There's on
Okay.
cast detect magic.
It's a double ritual. So 10 minutes pass if nobody's doing anything. And
Mhm.
also, you're standing out in the sun. You don't like being here. Like, I'm going to start asking for survival checks if you stay out on the sun much longer.
Yeah, I went-
Heat.
I
Well,
went back in.
I
Tarathiel was
wanna-
fair-skinned.
I want to detect it like in the room as well.
Okay.
So
All right, so y'all pile back into the room. You cast detect magic, and besides what you expect, the party members, there is no magic in this room. You know what? I'm sorry. There is. You sense divination.
Man, I had a weird boned joke primed and ready to go. But now,
we both-
now she senses something that might, I'm still squeezing it in, obviously. But
divination, you say?
Divination, I say. Do
In the bone.
you know what that means?
You could tell me
Okay.
for the viewers.
Okay. Well, it's
For the audience, there.
divination is the school for knowledge, and detect magic is divination. So
Okay,
investigation,
that makes sense.
scrying, things like that.
So would it just be the mirror?
Not within her 30 feet range,
Oh, okay.
because she's in this room, and the mirror's, good 30 feet, beyond 30 feet. So definitely don't feel like you're picking up the mirror.
Do I see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in this area that bears magic?
Do not.
Dang.
But
we
you
had-
also know that the scrying sensor is invisible, so it would not show any kind of divination aura or magical aura because it's not visible in the room.
Does Alma let us know?
Yes, of course.
No, I'm going to
Never.
sleep. Going to bed on this bed of sand bed.
On the upside, it can't see me.
Very true.
So we are being watched.
That's the very safe assumption.
If we move back to the vault room, should we go there and see if it follows us?
I'll do that.
So y'all head back to the mirror room. You're maintaining concentration on the detect magic, and when you get to the mirror room, you obviously detect the transmutation of the mirror. And all of you move back in there, and after a few moments, it wasn't there, but it does come within your 30-foot radius.
That's creepy.
So someone
That's
is
the
actively
smoking
watching
eye.
us.
Yeah, go back in the room.
I don't like this.
There was an earthquake.
And Alec actually says it's the smoking eye. It's all seeing. It's watching all of us.
Farazan's gonna kind of step to the middle of the room and kind of raise his voice and says, "You have us at a disadvantage, whoever it is that is watching us. Why don't you show yourself?"
It's my wind sound.
Okay. That's not going to work.
So if we are hundreds of miles from the edge of the desert and we cannot make our way back through this mirror, what are our options? We can set out.
Don't look at me. I'm a cat.
You're what?
I'm a city cat.
Oh.
I'm not a desert cat.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I have traveled long distances, but this terrain I am not familiar with. Even though we have adequate food and water from this magical spell, there are probably hazards, but that we will face over the next weeks that we are not prepared for.
It's too hot.
He looks, he's, I am not well suited for the heat.
Yeah, it's a dry heat.
Yeah, yeah.
That's an Aliens reference.
Just don't know what to do.
Haven't seen it.
I can ask God what we can do.
That may be a good idea.
Try that. It's always an option.
Do you have any God questions left? You cast it once to see about the puzzle.
Oh, shoot, that's true.
We can keep watch while you rest if you need to recover your spells.
Well, it's not that. It's like that specific spell. If I cast it 2 or more times before finishing a long rest, there's like a 25% chance that I get no answer.
Plus, and then on top of that, there are
So
the
I can
spell
still
slot.
try. It's a ritual,
Oh.
so it's not like I'm spending.
Oh, it's a ritual. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do think Cowart's right that we always have like 2 questions, and then we do the facetious like, and how are you
Mhm.
doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I can never
don't know
think
if
of what
that
else to
factors
ask.
in. Well, we got something to ask now.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's like you can cast it, multiple times until you get to 3, and then it like resets. I don't know how that spell works.
So after a long rest, the percentage would restart at 0. So literally,
Right.
you can cast it 3 times with a chance. The 4th time is an automatic fail, right? 25.
Yeah.
Or
Mhm.
4 times the next chance is an automatic fail. But it's 25% fail, 50, 75, so forth, so on.
I mean, we have to go back through the mirror. We can't. We could travel at night. We could use Farazan's magic to dig holes and spend the days underground, but we'll never get back to Red Gorge before the army gets there.
Yeah, you're right. And
That's
Percival
true.
doesn't seem very keen on going through, but maybe if we proved to him that we were able to do what he wasn't, which is traverse through the mirrors backwards.
Hmm.
If not, Farazan's got a stick.
We could also encourage him.
Or that.
Tarathiel will speak directly into your mind so Percival can't hear. Yeah, but this guy couldn't open the door.
He thought it was open.
There may be one other option. Alma, do you have a way to communicate with Jinya?
No, not really.
Ooh, I can communicate with Jackery.
That's right. You got the
I gave him
sending
the
stone.
sending stone.
What's the range on the sending stone?
Good question. Stone of
If
Bending.
it's
One desert?
if it's less than 600 miles.
Stone
And
of
Rachel,
Sending.
you have access to the spell sending. You just may not have it prepared.
I don't. I also didn't know that.
Hang on, I'm trying to have it. I'm trying to find out what it
She
is.
asks all the time. She's a priestess.
It never came up before.
Sure. You can check on her whenever. Like, hey, Jenny, what's going on?
Hey, Jenny.
Only got 25 words. I don't know what to say. This is okay. Bye.
Sindel?
Okay, bye.
It actually does a casting of sending, which has range unlimited.
Okay.
Cool.
So tell me what you're doing.
What am I going to say to Jackery in 25 words to get us out of this situation?
Is it? It's not a one-time thing. It's just once a day, right?
Once per day, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It resets at dawn.
And you figure right now it's right about noon. Let's call it noon.
Yeah,
Height of the sun, very hot, very deserty.
I could get a message to Jackery. Maybe he could go to Jenya. What did you want?
She has access to the... What was it? The Mace of... The
Cuthbert?
Mace of Safe
Star of
Cuthbert.
St. Cuthbert, I believe. It's been a
We
while.
may be able to get some guidance from that direction.
I can't.
Well, Alma, you know that
Mhm.
that star of St. Cuthbert is literally doing what you do, casting Talk to God.
Okay.
Just FYI. I mean, you have access to that, is what I'm saying. So,
Okay.
Validity. Yeah, and I can get a message to Jackery and he can respond, but I can't get a message to Jackery to give to Jenya and then get a response. Like it would need.
At the end of the message, could you tell Jackery to give the stone to Jinya?
It won't
Take
work
this
until
rock.
tomorrow.
Give this rock to Jinya. Give this rock to Jinya.
what last
Then you just get back. You just get back from Jenya. Sup? New stone. Who dis?
God.
Inspiration.
All right, I'll be back. I just poured water all over my keyboard and myself.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
No.
First it was coffee.
I need that water in the desert. Damn it.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I guess Fairzone's probably gonna take out his warhammer and just start knocking on the walls, looking for entrances. Yeah, secret doors.
Give me a perception.
Okay. Where's my perception? There's my perception. I'm gonna use my. No, I'm not.
He couldn't find his perception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty low.
Oh, dang it. It's doing that thing where it's not rolling. Oh no, it did roll it.
Yeah, it is.
It was
It
9.
is.
9. Yeah. You don't feel like you found anything more than Alma would have just walking through the room.
Yeah, and she's already passively percepted
Everything.
much more than I did. Okay. Out of character, I think we just need to rest and let the let the hook happen. That's my guess. If we're being watched,
I mean, I can try to dispel magic, but I don't know how much that would help. and I don't know if it would work. And I also need a long rest.
Well, if magic is what's going to get us out, and you're at your limits for today, I would say we could
Also,
watch your
by the
back
way,
while you
this
rest.
room, this vault that you're in, is actually kind of cool because you're down. You're down in the ground, probably 60, 70 feet deep in the earth.
Hmm.
Is
So
there
what I'm
anything-
saying is, like, if you do want to rest, you can rest here. There's
Yeah.
the heat won't get you. It's it's out in the sun. You're doing hourly survival checks or constitution checks, but down here you're perfectly fine.
I mean, I'm good with the rest idea.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Fairzone's going to try something.
Uh-oh.
Just before we do that,
Just kidding.
I would like to attempt something with the mirrors. Or actually, Alec, when you were attempting to find a way out, did you ever reverse the order of the mirrors?
I tried everything. I don't know if I reversed them. I don't know what I did, but I spent days in the mirrors, days and days in the mirrors trying to find my way out, going somewhere else. And it was always 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. And it goes into that repetitive thing again.
Right.
You just treated Alec Turcival like the map makers treated us. Like the map makers are like, here's this sand, here's the skeleton. You're like, did you try it backwards?
Like do the record backwards.
Go back the other way. Go back the
Ozzy
other way.
Osbourne shows up.
I mean,
Okay, long
well,
rest. Is that what I'm hearing? That's fine.
Fairzone's going to try. He's going to try the mirrors and go in reverse order.
Okay.
And
So you
Before resting?
yeah,
step into the mirror. So Fair's on, and you do the reverse order of the colors. So if you remember, there was no specific order. It was just, so you roll a d6 right now,
hmm
and you go ahead and roll me a d6.
right. 4.
4. So you step into the room and it's green.
Mm-hmm.
So when you mean reverse order, what was the order? You know what I'm saying? Because when you first started, when you went in with like orange or yellow.
Yeah.
So there's no reverse order.
Yeah, he went in with orange.
Well, so what I would do, what he would do then is, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So he would go 3, which is red. Then he would go 2
So
to yellow.
so you're doing 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, but instead
Yeah.
of going clockwise, counterclockwise.
Well,
Okay.
First he would try 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3.
Okay. And you bounce around 6 times, and
Okay.
you show up in purple.
Yeah, and then he would go back to green, and then he would do counterclockwise 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3.
And again, you bounce around 6 times, and you come back to yellow.
Okay.
So it doesn't seem to have any effect that way.
Okay. That's fine. Then he'll go in correct order and go back out to the to the Sorry, I just came back with a look.
I had to change my pants. That's how much water I spilled on myself.
You're wearing pants? Gravity is extra strong in Australia today. That's coffee and water. And
I was wondering, because I was listening the whole time, because I can have my headset on and not have pants. That's fine.
What does
Didn't
that
have to
require?
share
the other?
that.
Nope, that's. Can we edit that out? All right.
Anyway,
What if it's not one way? What if this is like a Stargate situation and you're just dialing up different addresses and you're getting no answer because there isn't a number? So we'd need to know the address of the place we're going back to.
Yeah, so like 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3 is almost like a coordinate. And so what you're saying is the other mirror has another series of 6 numbers that points to it. And
Yeah,
that we
if
might
I
not
call your
know
mobile number, you can't call my mobile number in reverse and get me.
Right.
Unless there's a very weird coincidence going on.
As well, I don't think we have any other sequences of numbers to try.
Not without doing whatever the, 6 to the power of, I guess would it be 6 to the power of 6 combinations for this?
It would be in the millions, I think.
Yeah.
6
And-
permute 6.
You're having this conversation, maybe not the whole 6 to the power of the 6, but Alex looks at you. I was in there for days, trying anything but the 1, 2, 3, the 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, and everything brought me back here. Or the only thing I could find was the one that brought me here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I've spent days.
Did you keep track of which ones you tried by any chance?
It's like carved it in his arm.
oh,
That's
No.
what all the marks were around the door.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's only 720 combinations, though.
The problem is every time you go in, it's a different color. Like you don't know where to start. You always start somewhere different. I don't know.
Well, I know you said you've been down here for days, but you mind terribly if you hang out for like half of another one so we can rest up and do some more thinking on how best to not be here later?
Oh, I'm with you. You've found me. You've helped me. I'm with you.
All right, let's rest it up then, and
Okay.
do some more thinking on the problems. If there's no backwards, Spetro's gonna be saying that it may just be forward, and may just have to deal with that reality, even though none of us is very excited by the prospect of it.
Okay, so you guys are going to settle down in here in this room,
Yeah, we'll set watches.
yeah.
and you're going to do a long rest. You're going to wait till to finish it at dawn, or because you get like some of your stuff works after a long rest, some of it doesn't work till dawn. It would be easier for Matt if you just did it till dawn, so I don't have to keep up like, all right, this works, but this doesn't. And,
Yeah.
you know
All
what
right,
I'm saying?
that's fine.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
fine.
All right, so you get set up.
If
You're
we are-
down at. What's that?
I was just going to say, if we are going to wait till dawn, we could probably take a look at the night sky and maybe get a more accurate fix
Yeah,
on
do
where
some
we're at.
more astronomical orientation.
Oh.
Okay.
I can
I
follow
think
where,
we're 750 miles from home. It doesn't matter if we're, 2 miles to the left or 2 miles to the right. Like,
So you wait till dark. You go back up to the top of the dune and you check out the stars. What are you trying to determine?
I just wondered if we could get a more accurate fix on where we are in relation to. Presuming that this will just confirm that we're in the desert, 750 miles to the west of Cauldron and Redbridge.
Yeah, you figure it's more like 500 rather than 750.
Oh, well, that's way
After-
better.
as
I've
the
walked that in
spectral
2
flies.
days.
Yeah, it's like
I could run that in 2 days.
it's like a third easier. But you are definitely in the middle of the desert, west of the Hell Furnace range of mountains, easily 500 miles from Cauldron.
Yeah, Spetro steps outside, does the thing where you like put your finger in your mouth and then hold it up like he's testing the wind. He's like, as the Spetro flies, we're about 500 miles from Cauldron.
And with that, I will do.
It's an unladen Spetro.
Whoa!
For those of you listening to this on the podcast, Matt just revealed the rest of the in the desert. There was a comma and 500 miles from Cauldron.
This map's wonderful.
Is there another spot like here where I'm seeing that just says you're playing D&D?
Yes,
You
that's
are
right.
here.
No, behind the curtain, I've literally uncovered everything that there is to be uncovered on this map.
Oh, it's amazing.
So good.
We did it, guys. We 100%ed this dungeon. It's time to leave.
Proud of us.
Unlocked. Achievement unlocked.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny.
When you started talking about like basically using a sextant and getting exact it's easier to determine where we are with the stars. And I'm like, oh god, okay, I'm revealing this to 500 miles for sure. Oh lord.
Amazing.
All right. So you go back down. You've determined you're a long way from home
Mhm.
in the hot, hot desert. It's midnight. You sit down for a long rest. You do set guard, yes?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Spetro, Farazan, Tarathiel, and then Alma, just because that's the order I see on the Twitch stream.
Okay.
Anybody object? Don't care?
Nope,
Cool.
I'm good with that.
I think
That's
it
fine.
matters. Yeah.
I was pretty healthy anyway.
And actually, Alec, when you are talking about that and you make maybe a little fire, cook something, whatever, he looks at you and he's like, I can stay up all night. And he holds his finger up again and indicates this ring on his finger. I can watch all night if you'd like, or I can assist in your watches all night. Either, whatever your preference is. And he does.
Assisting
And
is fine.
Yeah, so the four of you, and so during the night, there's always Alec as well as you guys, which also makes you think this guy, when he says he was in the mirrors for days, it was days without sleeping, just nonstop flashing around because he doesn't sleep all night. But he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
In the morning, the long rest is complete. And you guys are level 10.
What?
Look
at-
Yes.
I was only a little prepared for that.
Level 10.
How long have you been waiting for us to sleep?
Oh, I don't know. 3 or 4 sessions.
Oh man.
I rarely played a game where the character started at level 1 and made it to double digits. I mean, it just doesn't happen very often. You guys are level 10 and you started at level 1.
Sweet.
Oh, so- I guess it was kind of like without warning. I don't think 10's a huge level for many people as far as like additional power. I mean, you get some hit points. There might be some level 10 abilities with your characters.
Yeah, I think I get something.
So first and foremost, Spetro, what class are you taking?
I'm going monk. I think I'm as deep into ranger as I'm gonna be. I did look at it, but I'm gonna stick with
Monkey boy.
with monk. So I'm
Okay.
a monk 7, ranger 3, and monk level 7. I feel like gets me something.
It might. Yeah, I'm thinking like character level or individual character level of 10.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. 7th level, I get evasion. That was the big thing. So now that's the bit I think where if I have to, if it's a dexterity saving throw and I pass, then I take 0 damage, and if I fail, then I only take half.
I think that sounds right.
And then I also get stillness of mind. I can use my action to end one effect on myself that is causing me to be charmed or frightened. So I can just turn it off.
Does that require any key or anything like that?
Just says it just says action.
All right.
So I just kind of snap out of it.
Nice.
And I think I already have advantage against being frightened, which is good. But charmed is also kind of nasty. So glad to have both of those things, really. Evasion is nice.
Evasion's Haas. That's a pretty good one. Farazan, anything at level 10?
Yeah. Battlemaster gets 2 more maneuvers,
Oh, all right.
which is a lot.
Pretty big.
Yeah. and I have no idea which ones I'm going to take. But also, my die goes up from a D8 to a D10 that I roll for the superiority die. So that's
Oh,
pretty
nice.
Interesting.
good.
Maybe I shouldn't have leveled you up.
And I think I get an additional cantrip as a Eldritch Knight.
Cool.
Well, that'd be handy.
Yeah. Was hoping that I could swap something out, but if I get an extra one, maybe I don't need to swap something out. But I think, I get another spell, a second level spell slot too. So, yay!
Cool. So you got a bit more magical. You got magical and tactical, and hit
Mhm.
points.
Oh, I get one more key too. I just noticed that on my sheet from 6 to 7.
Cool.
Ooh, sorry. I also get Eldritch Strike.
I interrupted you, so no need to apologize.
What's Eldritch Strike?
At level 10, you learn how to make your weapon strikes undercut a creature's resistance to your spells. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, that creature has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes against a spell you cast before the end of your next turn.
Oh. Well, that's nifty. So if you hit it next turn, it has disadvantage? No.
Yes.
Disadvantage on the saving throw versus a spell that you cast.
Hold on, I scrolled away. Disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes against a spell you cast before the end of your next turn.
Next turn. Cool.
So I was kind of playing it in such a way that his spells were going to be buffs to him, so I don't know that will come into play very much, but I'll look into it.
Well, you have the ability of like attack with a sword and then cast a cantrip. So
Hmm.
your cantrip could be a save at disadvantage instead of
Yeah.
a to hit cantrip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a possibility. How about
It
Tarathiel?
is a possibility.
Level 10 for a rogue gets me an ability score increase. So
Ooh.
Oh,
I don't know what I'm going to spend that on.
all right.
Can you take a feat?
Well, probably because I tend to like feats because I think they're more interesting. Like making your numbers go up by a little bit is kind of meh.
I agree.
Yeah.
Plus,
if you
all of my numbers are even. So, like, I would
A
need to
feat.
put both points into one thing in order
Right.
for it to do anything, and the feat's probably just going to be something cool. I don't know yet.
could- did kind of drop it on you.
Yep.
Alba, anything at level 10?
Yeah. I got an extra 5th level spell.
Woo!
That's cool. And then I also got something that was kind of neat, called Divine Intervention, which is
That's
basically.
neat. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. It's basically like I can call on. It says you can call on your deity to intervene on your behalf when your need is great. So basically, I just describe the assistance that I want, and I roll a percentile dice. And so it says if you roll a number equal to or lower than your cleric level, your deity intervenes. And the DM would choose the nature of the intervention.
How often can you do that? It's like once a week. isn't it?
Every 7 days.
Ask for a
That's-
June buggy.
That is if it's successful, right? Or is it just flat?
It says if your deity intervenes, you can't use this feature again for 7 days, but otherwise you can use it again after a long rest.
Right. Okay. So you use it daily until it works, and then you gotta wait a week. Cool.
Yep.
With a 10% chance, level 10, right?
Yeah.
I mean, 1 in 10 to get help from God. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not so bad.
And
Is
once
it
I
an
get to be level 20, it just automatically succeeds. So there's that.
Well, we'll just have to make sure you die.
Oh, no.
Just imagine every day God gets up and there's a message. Can I have a pony? No. Can I have a pony? No. Can I have a
No.
pony? Fine.
Fine.
But nothing else for a week.
Is it an action? How long does it take? Is it anything like that?
Where'd it go?
It's over there.
It just says as an action, you can request it and roll the percentile die.
That's an action. Okay. Dang. That's just like, instead of swinging my mace, I summon God. Nice. All right.
Okay.
So happy that you have that.
I can tell.
So when that comes up, I'm going to go ahead and say it now. You roll the percentile, and we'll go with what you roll, okay? Instead of me rolling, right?
Okay.
FYI.
So how are we gonna do that?
Are you doing it right now?
There's no percentile dice on.
Oh, can you,
Uh,
can you do the custom roll?
I don't know. Maybe.
Are you going to do it right now?
I was gonna just look at it. Is that like a D100?
Yes.
Oh, there's one. Okay, so there's one on Roll20. That's just not on D&D Beyond. So.
Okay. So just for a test, there you went. Okay. Oh,
That's-
you almost summoned God. Look at that. 15.
Dang,
I was so
that was
close. I could
close.
feel it.
5 points from God. Okay.
I roll
That-
low frequently, so this might work out for me.
Yes. Works for
Finally,
me.
something that shows my strengths. But yeah,
All
that's
right.
it. It's pretty
And
cool,
so
though.
5th level slot, and yeah, summon the power of Baori.
I think I get to prepare another spell as well, so that's kind of
Oh.
cool.
Cool.
stuff.
No pressure, Mike. Any ideas? Little pressure?
What?
Like minor
Where?
pressure? Have you had any?
No.
No.
So somewhere in my notes, I think I should have a list of feats that I was intending to take, but I can't find it.
Okay. That's all right.
And I think this was already thrown off because the last time we had this, you gave us the other subclass.
Mm.
Level 8. Now remember, level 16, you can pick another one. That's my little
Mhm.
trial thing.
And at
Oh.
level 12, I can cast with my feet. So we're on our
It
way.
is canon. We did say that.
I'm so excited.
Um,
I've been practicing.
So, just Mike, Spetro, when you hit level 8 as a monk, you have the same option as they did at 8th level character, and that is to take an additional archetype instead of a ability or a feat. It's just a kind of a playtest idea that I have. So,
And I just did that thing, huh?
no, you hit level 7, so it'd be your
Oh,
level,
gotcha.
Yeah. When you hit level 8 as a monk, you'll have that option. So just keep
Okay.
that in mind when you're
Mm.
doing some planning.
And you get all of the things from this other subclass?
Everything,
What? Okay.
everything, yeah. And so far, it's been more flavorful. I don't feel like it's been overpowering. I don't know. Maybe. Well, it's definitely more powerful than a feat, I would say. But it's just, I just think it's cool. I like rule of cool.
Yeah, that gives me a lot to think about for sure. I mean, I definitely would have taken just another feat. Otherwise,
You still can. I mean, it's
Yeah.
definitely the option.
I mean, some of those subclasses might come with feats baked into them too. So it'd be like getting a whole, multiple feats.
So Fairzon, you took Battlemaster and
Eldritch Knight.
Okay. Yep.
I originally had taken Rune Knight, but I retrained.
Yeah.
which those two together. I mean, that's a powerful combination. And then Tarathiel, you've got the psychic and then the spiritual thing.
Soul Knife and Phantom.
So I don't know. I think it's cool, so we're doing it. So long
Agreed.
rest is complete. Everybody has all their stuff. Long rest done. All your spell slots, everything's restarted. It's done. All your stuff has been renewed by the break of day, and you're sitting in this cozy little 15 by 15 tomb.
Well,
Matt, I have decided. I don't know when and if it will come up, but
Okay.
for story reasons, Tarathiel is taking Mage Slayer as a feat.
Nice. What's that do?
So you have practiced techniques useful in melee combat against spellcasters. When a creature within 5 feet of you casts a spell, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against them. When you damage a creature that's concentrating on a spell, that creature has disadvantage on the saving throw to maintain its concentration, and you have advantage on saving throws against spells cast by people within 5 feet.
Oh, gross. So that brings back attacks of opportunity versus somebody who's casting, right? Kind of thing.
Yes, but I need to be standing next to them, which I'm normally not.
Right.
So it'll be situationally applicable.
But it's the concentration thing that's ugly.
Yep.
Right? You say disadvantage?
Yes.
That's just dumb. You can't take that feat. Anyway, so long rest complete, sitting down in this nice cozy room. What would you like to do?
Well, if anybody has any questions, I can commune. I certainly can do that.
Just
Rachel
Get us
doesn't
out of
know how to get out of here. So,
I never chose. Oh wait,
so when you got the other subclass.
yeah, 8th. Okay, that's the 8th level one. What's my 4th level feat? How do I still have 2 feet?
you're supposed to.
I'm not touching that one.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I now have 2 feats.
I'm not sure. Because I had, in order to have all of the abilities, I left out my ASI for 8th level.
You took Rune Knight at 8th level.
Yeah, at 8th level, so I've left that blank. So there's nothing there. But I've also got an ASI for 4th level.
Yes, that's normal. Plus, fighters get them like every other level also. Don't you get one like level 6 and then
No,
level 12?
yeah, I've got one at 6. Yeah, I've got 4, 6, and
8. No, 10.
I know what I did. I took that feat on the other, because I've got 2 character sheets that I'm trying to maintain here. One with my Eldritch Knight stuff and one with my Battlemaster stuff, because I couldn't figure out how to put it all in one character sheet.
Oh, I see.
Alright, so I did it by creating a custom feat for the other subclass and then put some details of it in there and then took it for
I
my
did,
ASI.
but I couldn't get spell slots to work right. So
We'll get
Insufficient
work on that
magic
later.
exception.
yeah.
Questions for Barry?
I'm open. I mean,
Just-
obviously, I think everybody wants to know how to get out. Like, what's the trick to leave?
Yeah. I'm worried that if we ask, like, how do we get back to Red Gorge? The answer is the mirror.
Right. So,
Or walk.
Swim.
I can ask specifically, like, what is the sequence for the
Oh.
mirror puzzle?
Yeah. Is there, yeah, what is the sequence to get us back to the
Okay.
original temple? Temple? Was it a temple that we were in?
Near Red Gorge.
Yeah, I mean, Meta Mike.
Not really.
So there's Mike Prime, and now there's Meta Mike. Meta Mike is like, but the adventure wouldn't necessarily be like, I hope that they can talk to God to figure this out.
That's
You know
true.
what I mean?
We don't have to
Should've
either.
smashed
It's
those
always
pots.
just an option.
I'm thinking. I think using it to, like, get our bearings or whatever is good. But like the sequence part, I don't think would be reliant upon a conversation with a deity like
True.
in the adventure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
All right,
true.
Meta Mike. I'm retiring him again.
That's a valid
Surely
point.
you'd be Almighty Mike.
That's right. That's
Michael Mighty. So, are you going to cast Ritualistic Commune, see what Baori has to say about stuff?
I don't know. It does kind of feel like cheating.
It's not cheating.
Can we?
No.
yeah. I mean, it's in the rules for
It's
sure.
no,
Yeah.
gosh, it's one of the best spells in the world.
Yeah. I was speaking just about the sequence part.
Yeah.
I think if there was a way for us to discern that, it would be accessible without a conversation with God. Some of the other things, like, there may be ways for us to figure out some other things that we're just kind of shortcutting with a conversation, but I
Mhm.
think that one would be like, if you could, that there would be some way of doing that.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
So
saying.
what have we really got to work with, though? We've got the desert with nothing in it. That's pretty much empty. We've got the skeleton guy who we've already looked at, despite being very clearly labeled on the map. We haven't found anything there. We moved the sand around the skeleton, and we didn't find anything there.
Nope.
There are pots in this room, but we investigated those. There's a door. We investigated that. What else have we got?
I do want to also know like who's spying on us, because obviously somebody is. So that was part of what I was going to ask as well.
That could be a
Yeah.
good question.
Yeah, who's watching us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or perhaps, I mean, like, I know that we talk about how perceptive Alma is. Maybe we're still missing something, and we're kind of taking that as like a gimme, and,
Yeah.
and maybe we shouldn't.
No, that's what I'm wondering, but I'm just not sure what to try. Like, we investigated the pots. Should we try moving them? If we looked, it's a crazy idea, but have we closed the door when we're on the other side so we can see if there's anything written on the back of it? That kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, I mean, we definitely can chase down a couple of these ideas. You know, you said that we had investigated the pillars already, besides just noting that they were in the room.
So I'll just give it to you. With Alma in the room and a perception of 23, you have not missed anything.
Okay.
yeah.
The back of the door is blank. It's the back of a vault door. The other side, you know, there's a old locking mechanism that's doesn't even work anymore. The pots are empty. The bones are picked clean. The pickaxe, like she's pretty much noticed everything and don't feel like there's anything to be seen in addition to this.
Yeah, maybe we're just in for a change of scenery, guys. I don't know.
If there's another answer, it's we brought it with us.
Yeah.
Unless Alec has it. Eyeballs Alec.
The smoking eye.
Oh, God. Smoking eye.
Yeah. Real helpful. If that turns out to be the password to get us back home, I'm going to be real annoyed.
That's still just one question, right?
Who's spying on us?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have 3.
You haven't even cast it yet. You're just like,
No.
you're
We're just
coming-
discussing.
Right, exactly.
Rehearsing
That's
for
one, right?
an
That's
audience
2.
with Baori. Yes.
So who's spying on us?
Do we go back through the mirrors, or what's the combination? How do we get back? Like Coward
Okay.
asked?
So
well, maybe it's
do we need-
is
you know-
the mirror the fastest way back, and then how do we use the mirror? Is the
Yeah,
third
that might-
question. Maybe
How do we use the mirror?
we already kind of know how to do it, but how do we use the mirror to get to Red Gorge?
So who's spying on us? What was the
Mhm.
second one? Kind of like it was a mirror question, but I don't know exactly.
Is the mirror the way back? I think
Okay.
was the second one.
And then the
Yeah.
third one
Fastest
is how do we use it? Or
Yeah, the fastest. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Unless the answer is no, is the mirror the way back? In
Right.
which case, what is the way back?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Okay.
because yeah.
all right, so you start your ritual. She casts for about 10 minutes, like praying to Baori. And your first question is, who is spying on us?
Yeah.
And you hear her voice. It's unusual to hear a god's voice that has some concern. But she says, Nabthoriton. And as soon as she says that word, you hear a enormous roaring from that other room up the stairs where you were previously in there with the skeletons at the mention of the name.
Uh-oh.
God.
Yes.
I was hoping for that.
That was so scary.
I look at Alma. I'm like, "What did you do?"
Farazan steps into the hallway.
And that breaks the spell, actually.
Doctor got faster.
So you cast a spell, you say, "Who is spying on us?" You hear her say, "Nepthoriton." And then the spell is disrupted, and you hear a loud roar come from up the stairs in the other room.
Like the spell was like I'm not like casting the spell anymore.
Spell's over.
Oh shoot! Should
Oh,
ask
good.
that last. Dang it! Shoot! I didn't know that was gonna come up.
Click, 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 click. Hello, click, 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 click. Hello.
Wait, come back.
Do, do,
Operator,
do.
operator.
That's concerning.
Call was coming from inside the dune.
We are sorry, but your call cannot be connected at this time.
And up those stairs, you hear a very loud, booming but guttural voice. "Alec, get up here."
Does
I
he
think-
seem like scared too, or is he like
Terrified, yeah,
traumatized?
absolutely terrified.
Okay.
But he's
Okay.
not. You don't sense a charm thing. It's not like he's got
Okay.
the smell of food. He's floating like a Looney Tune.
Yeah.
But he's looking around like who, and he draws his weapon and he starts moving that way.
Oh shoot!
Farazan's gonna lead him out.
Okay.
So he's moving. You go in front of him.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Oh, I was going to stop you right there.
Okay.
Hop, hop, hop.
Yeah, there we go.
Hup, 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 hup.
So I'm like, he's moving. Farazan, you get in front of him. Like I'm going first. Taratha, you come up behind him. Spetro, Alma, are y'all moving? Are y'all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll bring up the rear again.
Okay. I'll go in
All
front
right.
of you.
So you get up to the landing,
Lightning bolt.
and in this room, you see
We know a skeleton in sand.
It's
Been over
500
this
miles.
100 times.
Skeleton is there.
Oh Lord.
Oh crap!
you see what is very obviously Nepthoriton. You've seen him in plays. You've seen him in books. You've seen creatures like him, Glabrazu, demons from the abyss. But not just him. You see the three witches in their angelic form in the three corners of the room also. And they're all looking at, they see you, Farazan, coming, and they're all like the two that are closest to the wall are looking over at you, smiling, and the one in the bottom left corner is eyeballing you, just smiling, and she's beckoning you to come in. And the Thoriton is standing there, and he's 14 feet tall. He's got these 4 arms. 2 are smaller, but when I say smaller, they're bigger than Farazan's, and they're muscular. The top 2 are twice the size of those arms, ending in gigantic pincers. Farazan?
Farazan says,
And you hear Alec, what is it? Who was up there? Who wants me? Who's calling my name?
"It's the demon, Nepthoriton."
Can't say the name again.
One more time and Beetlejuice will be here.
That might be the trick to sending him away. Saying it
True.
brought him here.
Right?
And the Thorton looks at you. Come inside.
We are inside.
Farazan says to Alec, "Stay behind me. You are due in Cauldron, or you are due in Red Gorge in a couple of days." And he'll step forward.
He steps behind you.
That's fine.
Been watching you. You've almost upset my plans a half a dozen times. I have the 13 cages. I have the 13 cage rights. Now we just set the ritual in motion to open the gates of Carcerai. You will not interfere any further. You will not leave this temple, this tomb. Adamarcus will walk this plane again. And Alec, when he steps up on the landing, sees Nephthoriton and just screams like a berserk rage and charges.
Ah, crap.
Roll initiative.
Boy.
I don't know what spell I'm taking.
I want to live.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Jesus.
I'll never forget. That's the first line of this entire
yeah.
podcast, I believe, was when Mike said that.
And then, ironically, you maimed them.
Oh, just a half a one. Let's see. Fair's on. That's 11.
Yep.
I don't know why.
See.
Somehow I pushed it twice and I got natural 20 on the first one
There it went.
for a 24.
Okay. Tarathiel, 24.
Not that I know what to do.
Okay. Let's see. Fair's on. I got yours. Alma, what's yours?
6.
Oh, goodness. And Spectro?
24.
24. Tarathiel and Spectro. Who's going first?
Is it based just on Dex mods?
Y'all choose.
I'm in the
we
back.
get to choose.
Well, I mean,
I mean, I'm sure I can get up through there, but
yeah, you can move through your people, but I don't do if it's the same. If it's the party, I just let you guys decide who's first. I don't.
okay. What would you rather, Mike? Mike or Mike?
I will go first.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Mike will go first.
Yes.
So it's going to be Tarathiel, then Spectro,
Okay.
and then it's going to be Fairzon, and then Alec, and then Alma to bring up the rear. All right. Now Thoriton goes first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
And the first, he just doesn't even cast it. In a blink of an eye, darkness falls over his area.
Oh, he done messed up. And saved me 2 keys. 'Cause that's exactly what I was about to do, son.
That's great.
Is his like a big area? Is his like the same as mine? You just cast actual darkness?
Hang on a second.
It's like 15.
I really hope that's what Spectra actually says.
Oh, dang, son.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't even
You
IntelliChat.
done messed up.
That wasn't even IntelliChat. He's excited.
So it's a 15-foot diameter.
Centered on him.
It's a globe, and it completely engulfs him in inky blackness. So I am going to make him
We cast it on a toe ring.
disappear. A little bit more disappeared. That was his turn. Tarathiel, you are up.
I was afraid you were going to say that. I'm assuming we're fighting these witches.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pop out and I'll head for this one.
Heading to the north. Okay. It's a tight room here.
Mm-hmm.
There's
I
a
don't like
tight
it.
room. I'm very worried about somebody appearing. We'll see. Somebody, anybody. All right, I'm going to try and hit her with a psychic blade. Let's see
Okay,
what happens
roll the
here.
hit.
That is a 19 to hit
Oh yeah, definitely.
for a total
Right.
of 9 psychic
Yeah.
damage. I can't see why I would get sneak attack on this.
She can see you, and you don't have any party. No,
Yeah,
not for that attack.
nothing good. That's
And
all right.
you don't have advantage, do you? No.
No.
Okay.
But I do have an offhand attack, and I do have inspiration. So I'm going to spend my inspiration to do my offhand attack with advantage.
That will definitely grant you sneak attack.
All right.
Ooh.
Well, hopefully she's about to have a bad day, because that
Ooh.
is 2 natural 20s on my...
Holy crap. Okay. Okay.
For a total
Jesus.
of 34 damage.
God.
Whoa.
Almighty. Good lord. She's bloodied. All right.
Mage Slayer, baby!
Yeah, no kidding. So you use inspiration to
Yes.
you used your offhand attack. The inspiration was to give you advantage. I am with you.
Yep.
All right. Got anything else you'd like to murder?
Oh,
This one. This one.
No.
I'd like to survive until my next turn. Would be nice if you
Okay.
could arrange that.
So I go ahead.
No, I was just considering whether or not I wanted to step to there, but I think not.
So you done?
Yeah. Sorry.
All right. It's all right. I just don't want to go if you're still going. Spetro.
Okay. I'm moving in, man. Like darkness, that's my jam. So I'm absolutely sure I can at least get into the darkness. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pop right in the middle of this.
So can you see in magical darkness?
No, but I have blind fight. So as long
Okay.
as I'm within 10, if I zip into the circle and move around, if I come within 10 feet of him, I see him. Whether or not he can see me is beyond. He might have it too, but
Okay. So
we're about to find
you
out.
bamfed right into that area. Actually, yeah, that's perfect. That's fine. So what happens when you bamf inside of something?
I didn't bamf. I flew.
You flew through. Okay.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
then
I have to be in dim light myself to be able to do that.
in that case, you get either here or here before you have to stop. Oop, don't move that.
Okay.
Don't move that. Don't move that. Because you
So I-
run into him.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I will.
So I'm going to say actually you can go right here, then you'll run into him.
Yeah. I'm gonna enter the darkness then, even if it means I kind of swoop around him a little.
Like right there. That would be completely in the darkness.
Yeah, that's fine. I want to be in the darkness.
All right.
Because that gives me all of the disadvantage stuff, unless he has blind fight, which I don't know if he does. We're about to find out, fellas. So once I'm in there,
He is right beside you. You
Okay.
have blind sight. Blind fight 10 feet. Blind sight 10 feet.
yes.
Yeah, he is standing in these 4 squares right beside you.
Oh, he's a big boy, eh?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna attack him, but I've got to see. I've messed this up before. It's not. Let me see. Where is it? This is what I was trying to find. I'm not super up on all of the stuff, like just where things are. Here we go. I am gonna cast as a bonus action ensnaring strike first.
Okay. Talk to me about ensnaring strike.
It says the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack. That's what I kept getting wrong. I was attacking and then doing ensnaring strike. But next time I hit a creature with a weapon attack, before the spell ends, a writhing mass of thorny vines appears at the point of impact. Target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the magical vines until the spell ends. A larger creature does have advantage.
Okay.
Um,
he is large. He's
yeah.
large.
I figured it's still worth the shot. He can still fail, but it gives me some extra damage and it might keep him in the darkness. This is what I'm really hoping for.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is I need to do a strength saving throw or
Well, I have
strength check.
Yeah, I have to hit first,
Okay.
and then it's a saving throw.
All right, then you go ahead and roll the hit.
All right, so here's the roll to hit. Did it? I don't know why it rolled. Okay, did it do it? Yeah. So 27 to hit.
That's you do
Did
not
it
have
do-
advantage. I don't know if you rolled advantage or not.
No, I didn't. I just rolled the 1.
Okay.
So he can see me then?
I'm just saying you don't have advantage. You don't know what's going on.
Okay. So I'll roll the damage. That is 5 piercing damage, and then you'll make your saving throw with advantage.
It's a strength saving throw with advantage.
Yep.
Let's see. Do I? Okay. All right. First roll. First roll is a success.
Okay.
What's the DC? I mean, I'm almost positive that was a success, but
14.
yeah. Okay.
All right.
So that ability, if I save, it does nothing. Is it a save or sink?
Let me double check that one more time. So let's see. While restrained, you would have taken extra damage, but otherwise, it says if the target succeeds on the save, the vines shrivel away. That's it.
Okay.
On a success, the target is freed. There you go.
All right.
So, but I was just hoping to root him in place. That'd have been fine. But maybe he's cast darkness on his person and it'll move with him. That'd be fine with me too. Okay, so I get a second attack action as well. So I did my bonus. This is still just my attack action.
All right.
Excuse me. 20 to hit
That's a hit.
for 5 damage.
Got it.
And I'm just gonna stay in this darkness. I don't know that there's a way that I could move to be out of his reach, because he's so daggone big.
Right.
But I think that's all of my action economy.
Okay. So on initiative 20, a giant pincered arm reaches out from the darkness and attacks Tarathiel.
Yep.
This
is getting badly.
I think that's a hit. Let's see.
That hits.
24?
Oh no.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That hits.
So it hits you and automatically grapples. Let's see. Doing. Oh, God. Seriously. A 1 and a 2 on 2d10 does 8 points of damage. You are grappled. That was initiative 20. It is now her turn. And she casts a spell. I don't know. I'm saying she's casting a spell for purposes of using a reaction to see what the spell is, or to try to counter it. Is that something anybody wants to do? She's casting a spell.
I don't have
But-
counter
I
spell.
was worried about that.
Okay. All right. In that case, Fairzon, would you please give me a wisdom save, please?
Yeah, crap.
Please, twice, please.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Using my inspiration here.
All right.
Good call.
14.
14. Let's see, what's the DC? DC 14.
Oh,
Oh, thank the Lord.
Oh,
Baori.
Oh, man.
Big Bayori. So she casts a spell and she looks at you, has like this evil eye and stares at you, and you just have at first this overwhelming fear of everything in this room. But you just shake your head, shake it off.
okay. Whew.
This hag casts a spell.
Crap.
Again, I'm giving you guys chances, you know.
Uh-huh.
Fairzon,
Uh-huh.
give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 16.
Again, so it's not just fear. You blink, you close your eyes for a second, and every nightmare you've ever had in your life just comes to life immediately for a flash of a second. And you open your eyes and go, no, it's not real. And they're both just howling in anger that you're not dead. Fairzon, now it's your turn.
Oh, good. The one to the north is bloodied.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not having a good day.
It's not having a good day. Well, I don't think it's going to have a better day with what I'm about to do. I think I'm going to try to use one of my new. Yeah, I'm going to use one of my new maneuvers.
Okay.
I'm trying to make sure what kind of action it requires. Okay. Alright, it does not require an action because it activates on a weapon attack. Okay, so Farazan is going to yell duck to Tarathiel. I know he's grappled, but
I can't. There's a fucking pincer holding me.
yeah.
It's the pincer's as big as he is. I mean, it's
Yeah,
he's
breathe.
encompassed. He's engulfed in this thing.
Right. So he's going to strike out at the witch to the north in the northeast corner here.
What are you striking with?
And he's going to cast green flame blade.
So what weapon are you? So you got your staff then?
Yeah, staff.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
with this long staff, so it's got the reach.
Green flame blade. All right.
Okay, and so that is going to. You roll that attack.
Just got a little bit of cover because you're going through a big old arm and a Tarathiel.
27.
That doesn't matter. It's still hits.
Enough to go through.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So that's going to be. Alright. I can never remember which one of these things. Okay. Oh, I have to be within 5 feet, so I didn't realize that on Green Flame Blade, so I will take a step this way. Can I step there with that arm, that pincer?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not. No, it doesn't.
Do you know how to limbo?
Take your stick and walk underneath it.
Roll an athletics check.
Alright. So that's going to do alright, fire damage of 7 from Green Flame Blade, plus the 10 from my longstaff. And
So-
then
Total is 17.
hold on. And then I'm going to enact spend one of my superiority die.
Okay.
My new D10s. And I'm going to enact where is it? Distracting strike. So when a weapon attack hits, I can expend a superiority die to add the total of the damage roll. Add the total to the damage roll. So I'm going to roll a d10. So it's 2 additional. So that's 19 total
19 total.
from that hit. And the next attack roll against that creature by an attacker other than Farazan has advantage.
Okay.
As long as it's made before the start of my next turn. So, whoever attacks the northeast one, Mike, will have advantage against it.
Anything else?
I've got a second attack.
Okay.
So I'm going to make that attack. Let's see, against her. But I don't get advantage because it's the distracting strike works for another separate attacker.
Okay.
So second attack is a 23.
That's it.
Right. And then I'm going to spend a superiority die to make that a trip attack.
All right.
Come on, go away. Okay. My Chrome has frozen,
Uh-oh.
so give me just a minute. If someone will roll me a D10 for that to add to the damage.
4.
Okay. And then she has to
Time to
make
take
a
the
DC, I think 15 saving throw.
So
in
have
order
you
to
done
be true.
damage to her?
Yes.
What's the damage? 4?
I don't know because it won't let me roll it.
Okay.
Because my Chrome is frozen.
What do I need to?
Yeah,
Huh?
I can
Oh,
roll damages. It looks like on your.
Okay, try
roll.
that.
Let me do that.
Yeah, try
I
that.
can click it, but it doesn't do anything.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
same.
did this. I found the same.
Okay,
So-
it should be a D10 plus 5.
Okay. So 7. So total of 11. I rolled a 2. I rolled a 4 for the first the trip damage. Rolled 2 on the die plus 5. So that is right 6 plus 5 11. All right.
11. Yep.
11. And now she needs to make a saving throw check or saving throw for strength.
Strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Funny enough, that is not one of her, but she looks really stout. All right. DC 19.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Is it? That's successful.
It's yeah. She passes. So she's
Okay.
not tripped. She's not prone. But she did take the extra damage. So.
She is messed up, is what she is for sure.
Yep. So that's my move. Bonus to cast, or action to cast. Bonus to hit with the second attack. So I think that's it for me.
That's all. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's her turn, and she casts a spell. And
Okay.
Nobody does anything.
Trigger my reaction to attack her. Nope.
Huh?
I
Is that a thing?
have a reaction to attack her if she casts a spell within 5 feet of me.
Okay, do it. That's
And you have
go for it.
advantage.
Because Mage Slayer.
Mage Slayer.
Yeah,
you're,
boy.
you're like, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use this. Right out of the box.
She's gonna have a bad time. That's a 19 to hit. 19.
19 is a hit.
Well, then take 34 points of damage with the sneak attack because I had advantage.
Whoa.
Yep, and that was that was another turn. Jeebus, Lord have mercy, she falls. That was
Good
a lot
thing.
Of dang,
Yes.
dang, that's a lot of damage.
Nice.
Go
Wait.
Go
And the
team.
image of this angel disappears, and this large, 7-foot tall, hunchback green hag just crumples to the ground and just twitches.
And I got more. I can't. I have too many things. I can't find the thing I need. Where is it?
Are you looking for the thing that lets you do the splash
Ah.
damage bit? Can you do that?
Yep.
The sneak attack damage?
Stuck her
that's what I'm
soul
checking.
out or something.
He would have to know how many hit points she had left, but when he hit,
Like
No.
0.
No,
No,
I don't.
when
It's
she-
just
Oh, is it
after
just
you,
half or
after you
whatever?
deal sneak attack damage to a creature on your, it's on your turn. So nope, never mind.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Pass.
So, but you used your reaction to attack her when she tried to cast a spell.
Yeah.
Gross. All right. Well, she's
Doesn't
she's
mean I
dead.
can't do the evasion thing.
And that was her turn. Her turn's over. Alec runs in, partially in the darkness, partially not. He sees the arm sticking out, and he goes and he attacks Nephthoriton with disadvantage
I
because
can let go.
he is in the dark. So first attack misses. Second attack misses because of disadvantage.
Mhm.
So swing, and he's just furious. He's screaming, death to the demons, the death to the bearer of the smoking eye. Marbles. And
Marbles.
now it is Alma's turn.
Yay!
You got a 6. I mean, come on.
We took out one. You take out the rest of them.
I'm coming.
We're gonna
Oh,
tag
shit.
Alma in now.
So,
I forgot. I'm
okay.
supposed to be doing stuff. I'm sorry, Alma. Let me pause you 1 second because
Okay.
I forgot I have layer actions that I have not taken so far.
The legendary action.
Crap.
Yep.
So, but after Alec goes and attacks, but before Alma does, the pincered hand that's holding Tarathiel slings him against the southern wall.
Ow.
Give me a dexterity saving throw. It's not evasion.
I mean, I'm real good at those.
Yep.
It doesn't matter because I couldn't use it anyway. 17.
17. That's enough. So you take only 12 points of damage.
Who
Why
dang.
couldn't you have used evasion just then?
It's
I
not.
don't have a reaction.
Oh,
And plus, it's not like a. Is it any dexterity saving throw? Does it matter?
I thought so.
Oh,
I can.
Okay.
I'll look at it real quick. I'll
Yeah,
find it
please do,
eventually.
because that would be important. But he's right; he doesn't have a reaction. I don't know if it matters with evasion. I thought that was
You don't
automatic.
need it. You don't need it. Yeah, it is just automatic. Any
Okay.
effect that allows you to make a dex saving throw to take only half damage, you instead
Well,
take no damage if you succeed on the saving
The
throw.
wrong guy to throw because he slings you against the wall, and you land on your feet with those spiders of web or spider climbing, and then drop down in a 3-point stance. Safe and
Cool.
unharmed.
He did a superhero landing on the wall.
Very cool.
Right? Now, Alma, it's your turn. And you saw
Okay.
Trathiel. Whew, it's like zip across
Yeah,
the
I
room.
literally saw him like from like here to here. Just, yeah. Okay, I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
Number one, does Alma know? Like, Rachel doesn't know. Like, these are witches, right?
They're hags.
So are they
Which one?
undead, or like what would they be
not
classified
undead.
as?
They're
Okay.
not undead. They're probably most. Well, I'll tell you exactly. I'll have to exact guess. I think they're Fey. Yeah, they're Fey.
Okay. And another question that I had, which I don't know if I'm just having like a brain fart, but with something that has a ranger area of self in 15 feet, does that go 15 feet away from me, or is it 15 feet in total?
So it's centered on you with a range of 15-foot radius. You talking about the death whirl of death angels?
I'm about to do it, so
Yeah,
I just want to
so
know where, like,
I'm going to help you out
okay.
by doing that. That
Oh,
is
wow.
your death angel. Is it 15
Okay,
foot
yeah.
radius? Is
Yeah,
it
yeah,
15
yeah.
foot radius? Yeah, so
That's
the
what it
entire
says.
room will have death angels.
Okay, here I go.
Okay.
Good thing she can select who she does and doesn't
Yeah,
want to
right.
get wrecked by this thing.
Okay, I'll go right here, and I'm gonna upcast it.
Okay. Show me exactly where you move. Do that one more time,
Okay,
like step by step.
okay. 1, 2. 35.
Which path did you take?
I went
That-
right here.
Because you're going through like all kinds of attack of opportunity zones. That's why I want to know where you
Okay.
go, where you're going. So you went
Well-
here and then here.
Because you can move diagonal, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So you went straight across and then diagonally down to stand next to Tarathiel.
Yes.
And between Alec and Tarathiel. Okay.
yes.
No problem. No
Okay. And then I'll cast Spirit Guardians as a 4th level spell.
Jeez. Okay.
So that's a Wisdom saving throw for everybody that's not in my party, and Alec, of
Oh.
course.
Right. Wisdom saving throw for everybody, including your party.
We're paying attention to the words you're using.
Yes.
I don't like it.
All right. I'm going to start with Nephthoriton. Natural 20.
Jeez.
I'm going to go with the bottom left, Hag. What's the DC?
17.
17. Wisdom saving throw. Pretty sure that's a pass. Yep. And the one on the right, fail. So Nephthoriton and this Hag succeed. This one failed.
Okay, let me do this damage.
They still take half, right?
Yeah,
And they're slow.
and this will be radiant damage as well.
Okay.
19.
19. So half is 8. All right. She's dead. Let's just delete her. 8, 19. Old Nabster. 8. All right. And movement's in half.
And when the creature starts their turn in the area, or enters the area for a first time, they also have to make another wisdom check.
Or if they end their turn, is that right?
Affected creature speed is halved in the area when the creature enters the area for the first time or turn starts in there.
Starts. Okay.
Yeah.
Starts. So they're going to get hit regardless.
Mhm.
Start of the turn. All right. So anything else, Alma?
No.
No.
That'll
at the End of
do.
your, at the end of your turn, a pincered hand looks like it attacks Alec. And hits and grapples him. Doing some damage. And that is the end of round 1. You've already killed one of the green hags. Tarathiel's been thrown against the wall like a bunch of spaghetti and just landed perfectly. 2 hags left, the bottom right, bottom
Like a
left.
bunch of spaghetti.
Alma's circling the world with death, and Spetro is dancing in the darkness with a demon. And it's been over 2 hours.
It's the way he
we'll
likes
have
it.
to pick up next week with round 2 of the fight against Nabthoriton.
Sounds like fun.
Y'all. Thanks for joining us, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Thanks, all.
Ding Dong the Witch is dead. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Thanks for hanging out, Ness.
I think we had
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Nancy
Thanks,
Keller.
Mr. Neal.
And kick the
Good to see you.
table. Always fun.
Yes.
Have a good night.
I am Kick the Table.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.